Yeah, good morning. It is 4 a.m. Nigerian time, and I want to bring, I just want to record this video for academics or head of departments who are, given the task of computing the composites of students. In Nigeria, we use a 5-point system where your A, B, C, D, E, F are rated from 5 to 0. Actually, the process is we receive results from the lecturers who taught the course for the semester, and we compute, kind of organize the results in a composite sheet, maybe using Excel, and then we compute the total units registered for that semester, the total units each student has passed for the semester, and then the total units carried. So these three columns actually are computed for all the students, and computing this or kind of completing the composite sheets is done on per semester basis. So, but as a result of workload, manual methods of carrying out the process, and other assignments, you know, HOD are given, this tax becomes kind of heavy and a burden to the departments. So, and it causes delay in result production, reconciliation of students, and so on. Another factor is that these results are submitted in hard copies. So, and when you receive hard copy results, it becomes very difficult to carry out the composite. Now, I'm using glasses. I've never been one for glasses. I have been working with my eyes, okay, but straining the eyes, picking results from the students, from the mark sheets into the composite sheets and all that. Doing that for all the courses for the semester is actually very strenuous. It's not easy. So most times we default, So, but being a computer person and in software engineering and now in AI, I thought it wise to get into to find a way out of this problem. And during our last Senate, uh, many of us, many departments defaulted. We were not able to come for the business committee. So, and I researched this for like a month and then was able to perform this task for many levels, many sessions, yes, many semesters. And I think AI has come to stay. So the earlier we start working with AI, making our tasks easier, the better for all of us, really. I had to use AI because I tried um, VLOOK, I tried Fusey, I tried everything. And they all worked, yeah, they all worked this way, that way. But the AI does it for me. Like it knows when to bring in the VLOOK, knows when to bring in the merge, the fuzzy merge. It knows when to do everything without, but initially I tried them one after the other. I tried merging results from a semester, all the results. I had to do tabs for each results. And don't forget, I'm converting hard copies first to soft copies using WPS paid version. So, and then after converting each result, I now pick it up, go through it, do my data cleaning. It was not easy. By the time I finished for each session, I was talking about 20 something results per session. So, and I did that for the set I want to reconcile now, that's 21 set. I did it for all, starting from the 100 level to their final year. Then I now started working on the one I'm supposed to submit to school. So it's just one onerous task that if you start doing it manually, you stress yourself, you end up with the way I've ended up with So but God has helped me, and I've been able to, after doing my data cleaning and everything, I've been able to employ AI tools to now do the composites. Not just preparing my composites, because that one is one very heavy task also, but also computing, automatically computing the total units registered, the total units each person passed, and then the total units carried. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it doesn't matter the number of students you're working on this result for. In less than a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, is all done. It's all done, like it is all done. So if I'm most times we have experience what we call data loss because the person computing this to or managing the composite and computing the results will always want to maybe out of 50 students, the person will prepare for 40 because of the stress of picking results, doing that, and calculating one after the other. So most students don't get to have their names on the composite sheet despite having all the requirements like your mark number, your regional jam rate number, and so on. So, but with this method, I don't care the number of students in that class, everything gets done. So, I don't want this video to be too long. Let's get into the job. So, the first task will be conversion of hard copy to soft copy, but I'm not going to capture that in this video because it is expected that every lecturer should submit, after submitting your hard copy for processing and forwarding to appropriate portals, a soft copy should be submitted to the department for preparation of composites so that we don't have to go through picking one for all the students. So I'm going to use data or result that I've already converted to soft copy, and then I'll see how my AI works on it. So I'm sharing this screen. Okay, this one I've done already. I'm going to show how I did this. This how many students? Quite a good number of students here, and then the what I supplied is just the roster, what we call, I named it um, class list or student roster. You can just use whatever appropriate fits. And that's the data right here. So the data has columns for, I can remove the serial number, it's not really important. Columns for mark number, for name, and for jam rate number. So these are the necessary columns required for our composer. So this is what I feed to my AI, and then I'll tell prompt AI to generate results using the tabs. I've already created these tabs. Sorry, this. I've already created the tabs. So if you check here, you see all the results. 100 level, sorry, starting here. This is their final year results. CSC 484. If you can check, look at the tabs under here. So, and I have CSC 482 and so on up to the 100 level. I just wanted everything captured. So if you're working for just one semester, you just have to have results for that semester. Like for the demo I have today, I'm going to be using my second semester 200 level results. And that's starting from here. Okay, this first semester. Okay, starting from CSE 204, CSE 206, 208, 218, 202, 232, 232, 242, 252, 262, ECHO 202, GST 222, Maths 232, Physics 212. That's it. So these are the results for second semester 200 level, and I'm going to be feeding that to my AI with a prompt, requesting for it to merge, because the problem we have is that there's no consistency actually in the data. You see some results having maybe 40 names, some having 45 names, some having, just depending on the number of students that actually took the results or another factors really. And what we need the AI to do is to merge those results to the roster, names on the roster. So AI will be looking for, if your own contains 40 names, the AI will look for those names on the roster and append those results to the bonus. Then after that part, we'll now have a second part that says, please, if this result contains any name that was not captured on the roster, or yeah, append this under after the roster. So that will also be done by my AI tool. So let me get into the prompt. I've prepared my prompts, so I'm going to supply the prompt together with this. All anybody needs to do is just to change the course. If you already have your roster, that's the first thing and the very important one. And then you have created tabs for each of the results. So you now need to, under here, instruct the AI what to do. So I've prepared the prompts. You don't need to write the prompts again. I have my prompts already here, right here. So the prompts say, okay, let's start. There are two prompts. One for creating the composite first. Then the second one will be for adding or calculating the total unit registered and all that. So I'm going to go start from home. Then this instruction I gave, I said, use the students roster to create 200 level first semester. This has already been done. Then I'll tell it appends this. So let me collect this. I hope I have my, God, minutes. Okay. Fine, yeah. This is my handbook for the courses I want to add, then for that semester. Then anyone that I've not done is to flag it and say, this one is empty, or should I continue? Let's go back. Now, what I have here is in Excel, I moved from my Excel worksheet to Microsoft Word. So I'm going to stop share and reshare the Microsoft Word for my prompts to show. Okay, so I hope my prompt is visible now. The prompt says, use the students roster to create 200 level first semester. So now I want to create for 200 level second semester. Then all I need to do is to copy this prompt first, then get to the AI and then change the courses. So this is just a template for what you want to do. Better still, I can change it here, then copy it there. It's okay. So I've copied this prompt and I'm going to unshare and then reshare my Excel. Sorry for this because if I don't do this, sorry, share Excel. Yeah, this is the one I'm working with. Okay, so I'm going to paste that prompt right here, Control V, and then I'll change the courses because this same prompt will work for 100 level, whatever. Just all you need to do is to tell the AI the particular tabs you want. So I'm going to, from my handbook, edit these tabs. Let's just delete everything from here. All the courses I will delete, and then so that I won't have any mistake. Or if you feed, garbage in, garbage out things. So if you give wrong information, AI works with that also. So for after 4, I have to list the courses. CSC 206, CSC 206, comma CSC 202, comma, CSC 242, comma, CSC 262, comma, CSC 204, comma, CSC 208. Yeah, actually, I would like to follow a specific sequence so that, um, okay, I probably just arrange this. Let me check the other one. Okay, CSC 262 after 204, 204, okay, 208. Have 208 next, comma, CSC 232, comma, CSC 218, comma, mass 232, comma, physics 212, comma, GST 222, comma, echo 202, excuse me, yeah, sorry, it's 252, 252, yes, comma, CSC 252, comma, echo 202, sorry for that. And then finally, CSC 252, 252. Okay, now I have this. These are then I say the next prompt is append all poster students across the 13 courses. How many courses do we have here? Could be 13 also, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 13 courses also. So first semester 13, second semester 13. Okay, so and another important thing is I'm using Opus model. And then there are, apart from Opus, it just changed the upgraded recently because I was using Opus 4. I think 4.8, yes. So Sonnet is not as um deep thinking. Yeah, let me use deep thinking as Opus. So it's important to use the appropriate model when you are doing something that has to do with calculations. So I'm using Opus 5.0. Yeah. So I'm submitting this now and waiting for a new tab to be created called, Jesus, did I change second semester? It should be second semester. Yeah, we stopped this. Let's copy. Yeah, I still have, I copied from, going to just change this to second semester. So I'll copy again, Ctrl C, and drop it here, then edit. Use the student roster to create 200 levels second semester. This I've done for first semester. Second semester. So now I can submit this. Okay. So wait, and it will create it and then inform us that it has been created. And then we just have request for it to work on the total unit TRTU. Yeah, TRT, total unit registered, total units passed, and then the total units carried. So that'll be the next one after this one has created the results of the students that we have on the roster, and also appended off-roster students. As these off-roster students actually has to do with people that wrote carryover in any of these courses. We have 13 courses here. So if anyone wrote a carryover in CSE 206 or 202 or 242, they are categorized as off-roster students, but they are not on the course list of this particular class. So this second part that asks the AI to append off-roster students will simply go visit look at all the other tabs, all the courses, and pick the names that are not on the roster, mostly carryover students, and then append their results after um, creating that of the students on the roster. So the information is coming in. It says structure understood. I will mirror the existing first semester composite layouts, yeah, which I've done already. Reading the 13 courses tabs and the roster now. So it's going to use the existing first semester 200 level layouts, then use it to create a new composite platform. And then from that platform, it will now pick the results that I have listed here and append and to the appropriate names. Yeah, so that's not append, that's merging. It will merge it to merge all those results. Because what I mean, difference between merging and appending is that in merging, you have an existing name, an existing results. You just bring and look for that particular name and join it there. So I need to instruct it again, maybe after this process is carrying out. Because in merging, you need to give it the threshold to use. Some people, some lecturers will write abbreviations, OB William M, OB Williams N. The same course, a different course, another lecturer will write OBWN. So we're going to give it a threshold of maybe 0.7, um, threshold of 0.7 to use it. Now, in threshold, we are talking about correlation coefficient. When you say threshold of 1, that means it has to be exact. The same name, the way it's written in tab A has to be the way it's written in tab B, C, D, and so on. But if we kind of give some room for the threshold to guess, not just guesswork, it's AI, it will say, okay, since this person's name is Eze in CSE 202 and Eze in CSE 21 physics 212, and the abbreviations are, you have Williams N, and in the other one you have WN. Okay, with a threshold of 0.7, AI will say, okay, I think this one is the owner of this result, and it allocates that result to that person. So if we say threshold of 1, that means it is exact. If it is not Obi Williams N, don't give him that result. So, but that's not possible with the kind of system we run, because lecturer under pressure can just use all the abbreviations and your surname. And most times the names are not consistent. So we use this to capture, and this is an area we can revisit. Revisit in the sense that departments can have their students' roster sent out to everyone teaching for that semester, so that the name in CSE 201 is the name in CSE 231, and so on. And no matter the department servicing, the department receives the roster of the students, and then you just use that too. And then if there are carryover students, department should also supply that list. So some information came in, not verified. Individual correctness. Yes, this is what we're talking about. Individual correctness of every name-based match rows where source tabs had blank matrix numbers. Okay, blank matrix numbers. Okay, so and I did not apply any number formatting beyond alignment and this. Now, with this kind of thing, we just want to now give it threshold. Let's say use 0.7 threshold to merge name across the selected tabs. Okay, so I feed that, and then it's mapping it. So mapping has to do with all the tabs. Okay, if that reduction in is not longer using exact name, because it has some results don't have map number at all, at all, at all. So it's using name now, and I'm telling you it's used name, but reduce the matching level. You don't just match based on exact, reduce it by 0.3. So, and that's what it's going to do now. It says rebuilding the match with fusing name similarity threshold of 0.7. That's what I fed it with. Now, keeping matrix number and jam break matches as high priorities. Okay? So if high priorities means if your mark number is not exact, we'll not give you. If your rate number is not exact, no, we're not giving you. But your name can vary based on the percentage of just based on 0.7 at the threshold given. So that if there is any inconsistency in the names based on how the lecturer wrote it, it will still come out to be your name. But if you go below, I started doing this low. If we go below 0. Yeah, let's read this with our. If we go below 0.4 threshold, all the people answering name also will be giving one result. All the people answering, so you don't go below a certain threshold so that it will not just see every name and assume it's one person. Okay, so we are careful doing this. I don't go below. I can do 0.65, depending if I'm the one doing my measuring myself. Uh, but for AI, I just give it 0.7. Okay. 82 selected. You know, this will have more than 100. Okay, so now 82 selected, rebuilding. Okay, yeah, the first one done is now working on verified by reread. Okay, so you know that it's using the templates of 2021 first semester. That's the 2021 results of this 200 level, which I already did before working on this 2022. And that template contains TUs, TUR, TUP, and TUC. So that template is now ready. It says verified by reread, header row and image courses, label, so on. It says um, total block, TUR 26, TUP, TUC, total points. These are the headings I gave to that other composite. So now it says notes, rows 155 to these show blank matrix numbers. That's how those two students appear on the roster. Not a merging failure. Okay, just information. I think it's done. So let's go look for it and see what it did for us. 200 level first semester, 200 level second semester, boom. This is what it gave us. And what do we have? Okay. So now, but the point is, Can I think this is okay, but then it's using okay, TR is consistent, yes. Thank you. So I guess maybe you wanted to see it done. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I just should repeat the last part. Yes, on two, yeah. Okay. I just want to see the ratio. Okay, it's done, is done. Let's accept it. This is the first one done. This is the new one. Yeah, it's created the new one. So, but I wanted to repeat this part and ask you to use 0.65. Let's do 0.65. These are my off. Nonsense. Oh, this one is this one. Yeah. Let's work on 0.65. It says actually I wanted to be on this tab while it's dropping this data. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I will recopy my um, prompts. Yes, I'll recopy the prompts and just repeat the process so that I want us to be part of the process. Please. Okay. Escape first. Pause. Let's be part of the process, please. Let me go up again and append all process to the place 200 locations. So this is the first one. Now let's use this, please. Yeah. Let's be part of the creation. Sorry, please. I just delete, I want to delete this one, delete, yes, and then on this, while here, I can create a new tab clean and just give that instruction. Use this. So let's open this. Yeah, and forward it. So when it starts creating, I'll move to wherever the tab is using. Okay. I've given the information. Is I want you to be part of and see how it's creating it, adding it up, and all that. I'm sorry, but it did it and in a new tab. Okay, so it's asking now. It says, where should the 13 composites of these people go? New tab, replace this. New tab titled this. Let's say new tab title second semester. Yes. So let's see. That's gonna do this. Seconds. Yeah. Says before I rebuild, these 13 cost codes are sets are the set I previously put in this. And you already have this holding a different set. Well, so it's just telling me I've done this before, rebuilding and not just building first time. So, but I deleted it because I wanted us to be part of. And see, it has created the tab. I want to open the tab. Okay, just brought it back. See, brought it back. Let's go to the end and see what it's doing. Second, 200 level second semester. Total points. Okay, because he's done it before, so he didn't take it and just brought back what it did. You know, you watch me delete it. I deleted it, brought it back, done already. So, okay, so it's gonna start working on this. These are the scores, the names. Now, okay, not verified. It's verified by we reach, return the 0. Okay, so this year will ask you to use where is that prompt? Let me copy it. Okay. This year will ask you to use 0.7 threshold in the prompt. That's it here. No, let me go 0.7. Copy the prompts and change. Okay, so Control C. So it's to use 0.7 threshold. Yeah, so it's okay. Let's see. It has already done the other thing. These are for the names. Yeah, across the selected tabs. Allow. About this. See, it's coming. Yes, that's why it's coming. Okay. My TR calculated. Where is it again? This is 212 GST echo. And then TR, the total TR is consistent. That initially it will just calculate TR for, let's say somebody registered just one course. It will calculate just for that one. TR becomes 2. So what the normal way we do is in our composite preparation is that for that we just put all TRs for the regular students. So if you now pass anyone who record the units, if you fail the ones you fail, the business will add it here. So for my reconciliation aspect now, I also calculated the total units, um, total units and total points. So TR is 26, that's total units. Then the total points each person obtained I also put a column for that. So in my reconciliation now, this page, I mean this semester, is as good as done. Total units is this, and total points. So this actually is what took my time, and I've been working on it, creating these tabs. It's not easy converting all my paper results to that one killed my eyes. I had to do the conversion and then manually edit because you have to do data cleaning. If you don't do data cleaning, when you convert, the names you'll be seeing will be, I don't know, and then the data will not be clean. So I had to go visually screen my data, then do my data cleaning, and then create tabs for each result in first semester 100 level, first semester 200, each result in 100 level first semester, 100 level second semester, and so on. Every paper result I converted. And after conversion, and I started the composite preparation for each semester for this particular 2021. And in the course of doing this, the students are waiting, and but it's just not easy. Just that after you've done it now, I want to now work on their reconciliation. It's as easy as I don't have to pick results from paper. I don't have to do all that. I already know the points each person obtained. I already know the total units for each semester, and we just have 8 semesters to work on. So if you're one of the people that your department was mentioned during our last Senate, I beg, oh yeah, let's gather here. This one is easy, and before the Wednesday deadline, we'll be able to tidy up this using AI. Thank you. I'm going to stop this video right here, and I hope that we learned something and we'll be able to use AI. And we have AI conference that we held in Imo State University, I think the second week in August. And I'm inviting everyone to be there because I'll be kind of unveiling AI tools and how they can help you in your everyday academic task. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this. And I hope you implement it. Thank you.